An overqualified, underpaid high school chemistry teaching genius finds out that his coughing is actually lung cancer and he only has months to live. Medical bills, house payments, and the new baby signaled bankruptcy, so Walter White, the hero of our story, does the only thing he can think of to save his family. He decides to cook meth, which, given his Nobel Prize-worthy background, means he's the greatest meth cook the world has ever seen. A genius of crystal. It makes a hell of a story. I mean, what isn't there to love? Even when he kills to keep going, he's our beloved Heisenberg, showing us the white amidst the gray of tough choices, and they are so tough, they destroy him. A cautionary example of how good men can break bad. How could Mr. White foresee the blood he must blossom, the bridges to be coated in kerosene? Even when we come to hate him, we just say, poor Mr. White, twisted by a blackness he could not see. That is not the only blackness left unseen. Switch Mr. White with a black man and see how the fandom wrinkles their nose at the familiar news headline. We spread Breaking Bad fever like a fever because the title makes sense, right? A white man can break. A black man's always already broken. Where's the intrigue of a show like that, right? A black man selling drugs? Who cares? And you can't argue with the results. 10 Emmy wins, 46 industry awards, the Guinness World Record for highest rated TV show of all time. Breaking Bad shows us exactly how post-racial and progressive we aren't. A show in which the first and only black character sells drugs, owns a fried chicken restaurant, is outsmarted by Mr. White, and dies. A show in which the main character's wife spawns entire fandoms dedicated to hating her because, of course, it's just like a woman to nag her meth-cooking murderous husband to quit killing people and cooking meth. A show that only ever shows us a couple of the tens of thousands of meth addicts rotting away from Mr. White and his family. My best friend hasn't seen his meth-addicted dad in years. In Missouri, meth is a fact of life. We tell each other jokes about being bored in the meth capital of the world because we've all been touched by it and we don't know what else to say. And now Breaking Bad comes along and tells us that the way we die is Emmy-worthy. That 2,000 meth labs a year is a plot detail. There is evil here more important than edgy writing and critical acclaim and challenging character portrayals. Walter White lying in his own blood while women still operate as plot details at home while black boys are gunned down in the street and renamed statistic while Missouri lies there in a trap house, a syringe sticking out of her vein, but all we see is Walter. Lying there, Mr. White in a pool of blood.